Hey Redeemer, it's good to see you today. You have just heard Josh's sermon from Psalm 3, and he needed to remind us of something, as the psalmist reminds us of something, that though the life of blessing is what God is anxious to give us, it goes through a journey of lament. Josh said, life of blessing leads through seasons of lament. And so you see David in chapter 3, again, he's got troubles. He's got a lot of foes around him. And you're supposed to share that same sort of experience. I mean, you do. Jesus said we would. And in fact, it's true, although maybe not anybody's trying to kill us right now. But there's some things I want you to think about for this week based on that Psalm 3. For one thing, that you are supposed to, as David, cry out to the Lord. You're not to be silent. You're not to think that the troubles that you have are unimportant to God. He does know, He cares, and He does not grow tired of people, His children, crying out to Him. So be sure to do that this week. Everything that you're feeling, all of the doubts and even the frustrations and impatience that you feel. Remember this though, work hard on this thing. He said, the psalmist did in verse 5, I lie down and sleep, I awake again because the Lord sustains me. And David could do that and said that he could do that even though he knew he was surrounded by foes. Now, those little things, that's a regular thing, right? You know you're going to do it. You've done it every single day of your life, just like eating. It's a small thing, but you can forget quickly that the Lord protected you through the night. He kept you alive through the night. He was faithful. He doesn't go to sleep. The thing to do is that we don't normally thank the Lord for that, but we ought to, and ought to be cognizant of all the little things that God does in a regular way that we take for granted, but they're actually evidences of His faithfulness to us. So work on that this week, all the little things. When you wake up again tomorrow morning, say like, you know what, Lord, you were faithful. When you eat your food, 3 meals, 4 meals a day, whatever you're eating, God provided that. Every little trip you take, that you go and arrive safely, God protected you. See those little things. I want you to remember also in verse 7, he says, Rise up, O Lord, save me, my God. You strike all my enemies on the cheek. You break the teeth of the wicked. That is, that kind of fighting, when you're down and you slap somebody's cheek or you bust somebody's teeth out, that's down on the ground fighting and defending. I think you might want to remember that the Lord is very, very much with us. And he is down on our level caring, and He fights for us. We have to wait patiently on that. A dog, a lot of the predatory animals or the carnivores show either their anger or their fierceness by showing their teeth, how sharp their teeth are. And God just, for the enemies of Him, He just smashes them out. It's an easy thing for God to do. Trust Him about that. We need to pray for the resilience to keep crying out to God. Don't stop praying. So pray for help to keep praying and to crying out to the Lord, and to trust Him for all the little things and even the big things. God's faithful to us, and we're going to keep reviewing that over and over again in the Psalms. So I can't wait to have us get ready for Psalm 4 next time.